He came to this store a lot, and 7 of the top 10 scores on the machine were immortalized with his initials. The game relaxed him. Even though he had been diagnosed with mild ADD several years earlier, Luke found that he could focus his attention like a laser when it came to things that interested him, like old arcade games. Luke had just broken through the 300,000-point mark when he noticed the reflection of a man in a suit and tie on the screen. "Excuse me," the man said. "Is your name Luke Borowicz?" "Uh-huh," Luke said, without turning around. "What can I do for you?" The man put a yellow envelope on the console and silently walked away. Several minutes later, Julia Brennan was at the Urban Outfitters store in nearby Harvard Square with 2 girlfriends. She had a dance coming up in a few weeks, and she'd already tried on 5 dresses. Her father had given her $100 to spend, even though he saw no reason why Julia couldn't wear one of the dresses she already had in her closet. He also saw no reason why a girl of Julia's age should be going to dances in the first place. He lamented over how fast his kids were growing up. Before she'd left the house that morning, Julia had rolled her eyes and told him, "You wouldn't understand." Now, as she came out of the fitting room, a man in a suit and tie approached her. "Excuse me," the man said. "Is your name Julia Brennan?" "Who wants to know?" she replied, instinctively taking a step back and glancing left and right for exits. "If your name is Julia Brennan, this is for you," the man said, holding out a yellow envelope. Julia took it. The man nodded, turned, and walked away without saying another word. All 4 of the kids had received their envelope within 5 minutes. Each of them tore it open and read the sheet of paper tucked inside. "Congratulations! You are invited to participate in a very special once-in-a-lifetime experience. Please join me at 4:30 p.m. today. No RSVP necessary. We will hold your place for 30 minutes only. Address: John Hancock Tower, 200 Clarendon Street, Boston. 23rd floor. Pasture Company. Please do not share this invitation or discuss it with anyone." That's all it said. There was no phone number to call, no email address, no closing, and no signature. There was no indication of what one might encounter if one followed the instructions and went to the address. It could be a party, a concert, or some sort of a sporting event maybe. Most likely, they all figured it was a scam. Most people would throw an invitation like that away, but each envelope did include one small enticement to increase the chance that it would get noticed. Paperclipped to each invitation were 4 crisp $5 bills. David read his invitation a second time. He held the bills up to the sun and determined that they were legit. Then he took out his cell phone to check the time. It was already 4 minutes after 4 o'clock. There was just enough time to get to the John Hancock Tower. David stuffed the bills in his pocket, said goodbye to his friends at the basketball court, and hopped on his bike. It was a quick ride to the Hancock Tower. Why would somebody give me $20 for doing nothing? He wondered as he pedaled down Harrison Avenue. There's gotta be a catch. When David got to the Hancock, a 60-story skyscraper, he locked his bike to a street sign and walked over to the front door. Isabel was already inside the Hancock, waiting in the lobby. She liked to arrive at places early so she could decompress and get her bearings before any social event. It helped calm her down. Also, she felt that being early for an appointment was the right thing to do. People who show up late for things are inconsiderate, she believed. Moments later, Julia and Luke came from opposite directions, nearly bumping into each other as they passed through the big revolving door. All 4 of them, David, Luke, Julia, and Isabel, surrounded by a group of well-dressed 20-somethings, squeezed into an elevator and rode it up to the 23rd floor. When the doors opened, they were the only ones who got out. Luke looked around the hallway suspiciously. Only once in his life had he been inside a fancy office building.